Let's look at one more example over here. If you look at it right here, they have given you two triangles, right? There are two triangles over here and they asked you to calculate these values over here. So my suggestion will be is that whenever you get these kind of problems, right, always basically split the angles. Split the triangle so that your life becomes very easy. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to split this triangle, put it over a small figure like this. Okay, the other triangle, I'm going to put it like this. Look at it, right? So this is A, D, C. This is 5, this is 13. This is a right angle, this is a right angle over here. X degree is here, Y is here. So this is again A, D, B. Okay, they have given the entire length as 21. So this length will be minus this one. So this becomes 16. Okay, we don't know the length of this one and we don't know the length of this one. So what do I need to do first? First and foremost thing is that I need to find out the length for this one, right? By using the Pythagoras theorem, let's go ahead and do it. So AD square will be AC square minus CD square, right? Let's put the value, it's 13 square minus 5 square, which is 169 minus 25 is equal to 144. So therefore, AD is equal to 12. So you get this as 12, so this becomes 12. Okay, that becomes also 12. That will also be 12. Okay, let's go ahead and calculate the hypotenuse for this one now, right? You have AB square is equal to BD square plus AD square, right? So put the values, it's 16 square plus 12 square. 16 square is 256, 12 square is 144. When you add them, you get 400. Look at it. And AB will be equal to 20, right? So you got this as 20. Done? So you have sorted out the sides of the triangles. Okay. So one more thing what you need to do is that before going ahead and solving that is that I want to turn this one down so that my life becomes easy. As I told you always, right? Your base should always have the angle and it should be the 90 degree and the acute angle should be in the base. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this one like this. Look at it. So when I turn this one like this, right, C goes up, D comes here, A becomes this one. So this is X and this is your 90 degree. What is your AC? You have that as 13. What is your CD? It is 5 and your base is 12. This is fine. Since the angle is here and your 90 degree is over here. So we are good with this one. So you have both the triangles sorted out with the base, with the angle in the base and the sides sorted out. Now let's go ahead and solve the problem. What is tan X? X is there in the second one. What is tan X? It should be 5 by 12. Done? Right? What is cos Y? Look at the first table. Cos Y, curly black hair, black 16, hair is 20. So 16 by 20 is nothing but 4 by 5. Done? Okay. The third one, cosec squared y minus cot squared y. Right? This one basically should give you 1. Basically, this is an identity which I taught you earlier, right? There are 3 identities. This is one of them. So let's look at this. So the third one, if I take it over here, right? Cosec squared y minus cot squared y, right? Okay. Another way to do this one is that, look at it. Without putting the values, I can go ahead and do this one. I don't want to use the triangles. I'll just use these two functions and do it. How can I write cosec squared? I can write it as 1 by sine squared y. And how can I write cot squared y? I can write it as cos squared y by sine squared y, right? Look at it. Your LCM is same. Can I write this one like this? 1 minus cos squared y divided by sine squared y. What is 1 minus cos squared y? 1 minus cos squared y is nothing but sine squared y. So divided by sine squared y will always give you 1. Because if you remember the first identity which we learned, sine squared y plus cos squared y is always equal to 1. So what I did, I took this one and replaced that one. Okay, this is how you can prove it. But anyway, the value is 1. Let's go ahead and put the values and find out. Since you're doing trigonometry for the first time, I don't want to confuse you. Let's put the values. Okay, now Cosec square is always inverse of sine square, and they are dealing with the angle y. So we have to look at the first triangle. So what is sine y? What is sine y over here? Some people have. People is 12 and your hypotenuse is 20. So it is 12 by 20, but since this is cosec, right, it will become inverse. So this will become 20 by 12 ka whole square minus what is cot? Cot y. It is tan y ka inverse. Tan y kya hota hai? 12 by 16. So this will become 16 by 12. So this one will become 16 by 12 ka whole square. Now go ahead and expand it. 20 whole square is 400. 400 by 144 minus 16 ka whole square is 256 divided by 144. So when you subtract 400 and 256, you are going to get 144. 144 divided by 144 is 1. Cosec squared y minus cot squared y is equal to 1. So you can prove it this way as well. Okay, so you got the value of that as well, right? Now let's go ahead and find the value of the fourth one, final one. So this is how you're going to approach the problems. You don't have to get confused. Breaking the figure into smaller triangles and breaking them into smaller chunks will help you to solve the problem. Okay, so now 5 by sine x. What is sine x? Go to the first triangle. This is the first triangle. Sine x will be p by it will be 5 by 13. Since it is in it's in reciprocal, right? I'll write it like this: 5 by 13. Put it like this always. Remember, plus 3 times sine y. Now go to the first triangle, sine y. Some people have 12 by 20. Put it like this: 12 by 20, right? Minus 3 times cot y. Cot y, what is cot y? What is tan y? Tan y will be 12 by 16. So it will become 16 by 12. So this becomes 3 into 16 by 12. Now let's go ahead and solve this. So this one I can write it as 5 over 5 into 13. This 13 is going to go up, right? Plus this will become 3 into 20 divided by 12, right? Minus this 3 fours are 4 fours are. So this is minus 4. Okay, what do you get over here? This is 5 gets cancelled, 3 fours are 3 fives are. So you get a 13 over here in the first one. You get a 5 over here and you get a 4 over here. So your answer is 5 minus 4 is 1. 13 plus 1 is 14. That's your answer. So this is how you solve it. Okay? Don't panic by looking at the figure. It's very easy. Trigonometry is very easy. You have to only remember the formulae. That's it.